tremendous form, as has his partner at the other end, Sachin Tendulkar. Two really fine openers.
Ganguly with an average of 68 in the World Cup so far, and of course Tendulkar. Do you accept that he is the greatest batsman in the world?
I think at the moment, yes. I think technically, and also runs on the board over the last probably 5 or 6 years, makes him the best player in the world. A lot of good players at the moment. Brian Lara, Stephen Waugh, these sort of players come into the calculations. But I think the man I'd like to go and see, and probably the man I've found hardest to get out as an opponent, was the man on screen, Sachin Tendulkar.
He's got a taste for the Australians, especially Shane Warne, hasn't he? 3 centuries in his last 3 innings against us in one days, and I must say, despite my bias, I love to watch him bat.
And I think the Australians like watching him bat too, Ray, but I think they like watching him bat against other sides, not so much against us. There's his statistics against Australia. 22 games, averaging 60 is fantastic, and 500s and 3 out of his last 3 innings, and big hundreds as well. Yeah. 240s and 130.
You can't say enough about him, can you, really? I mean, here's a bloke, they call the boy wonder, but at 13, allegedly, he was ready to play Test cricket, but the Indian selectors wouldn't let him do it at the age of 13.
When he first came to Australia in 1991, he scored 100 at Perth in that series at the age of about 16 or 17. I think right from that moment, I think Australia knew he was going to be an excellent player, because generally when Indian players come to Australia, they don't expect Indian players to make hundreds at Perth. They may make them at Sydney, they may make them in Adelaide, where the wickets are much lower, but at Perth, where the ball bounces and comes on a lot quicker than subcontinent wickets, you don't expect people, particularly at the age of 17, to make hundreds, and he made a brilliant 100 there.
Well, here again, they say the wickets in England are quite different to the subcontinent in Australia, but I think when he played for Yorkshire 6 or 7 years ago, he made 1,000 runs in that season, and I think last year as well, Ian Healy was saying to us that he thought he was just much better on the subcontinent. Then he went to England and played a one-dayer there and got 200 runs.
I think this ball just shows you the slight difference between the 2 wickets. We're talking about subcontinent wickets and that you find in England. This one, Glenn McGrath, just that bit of extra bounce. That's gone past the bat at about shoulder height, so carried through well to Adam Gilchrist, and that'll give that man on screen a bit of heart. There's no doubt about that.
Back to the commentators.
Is it the end of India? What a wicket for Glenn McGrath. He's definitely back in business, and that will be a big disappointment, not just to this Indian team, but to all the fans that have come to watch this man play. What a wicket.
Perfect length from Glenn McGrath, and just a hint of movement away. Adam Gilchrist takes it on his right hand. Glenn McGrath has that ability to take on the opposing team's best batsman, and he tends to win a lot of those battles. He's won today, and he might have just won his team the match. It's 1 for 1.
As Tendulkar is back in the pavilion.
Magnificent length there from Glenn McGrath. His direction was a little astray early on in this competition.
Definitely was some deviation away. Tendulkar's bat was lovely and straight, but watch that seam, bolt upright, a little bit of movement, and just nicks the edge.
Tendulkar off the mark, and he wants the second run, and will get it. Shahid Afridi doing the... Oh, the pace of Shoaib's delivery has taken that away to wide third man. Salim Malik doing the fielding and doing well enough to stop the third run. It's beaten mid-on, and it's got enough power in it to cross the rope. At last, Tendulkar breaks the shackles. 16 for no wicket after 6.
Space on the leg side for Sachin Tendulkar. Shoaib with a brave effort. Not quite enough, though. Gave it absolutely everything.
You've got to come off that line. New bowler into the attack. You've got to keep it away at medium pace from leg stump. And timing, extraordinary timing. Just keep the fielder interested all the way until he has to dive and palm it over.
Flicked away by Tendulkar. It'll be 4. And that's the penalty for straying too close to leg stump. It also brings up the 50 for India. 51 for 1.
Just the place not to be. Fired down the leg side. Strong offside field. Best batsman in the world. Just meat and drink. Pushes it off his hip. He's a wonderful timer. Slaps straight in the middle of the bat.
Nice looking shots in the good stuff. Azim did well to get down on that. Still 2 runs. Great shot. Just a wee bit short and absolutely hammered away.
Oh, straight down the ground, beautifully played. That's one of his signature shots. Lovely straight punch down the ground, and he didn't even bother running.
Just sit and admire it, don't you? It's not a half volley. I think a lot of people, mere mortals, are probably playing a forward defensive here. Not Sachin Tendulkar. That's hit on the up and down the ground. Now the bowler will feel he's been harshly dealt with there, and probably with some justification. A tremendous shot. What a great player. .50 partnership off just 50 balls. Goes away.
The mood continuing. 2 to go this over. Oh, he's hit that in the air. This could be out. Got him. Yes, he's caught him. That's gone straight to the deep mid-off position. Well, what a big wicket that is. He was just beginning to look deadly dangerous. And the little master has smashed it, and he's not happy with himself. He's hitting his bat into the ground as he walks away. Well, that's a big wicket to Pakistan.
Right, he's done all the hard work. We were just saying how well he's playing. He's come down the wicket. He's hit that flat and hard. Sachin, not all the way back, about 10 yards in, takes the catch. And look at that. The annoyance, the frustration. Such a big game, Sachin Tendulkar. But sadly, he's gone for 45 from 65 deliveries. It's 95.
Semis.
Fantastic delivery. It usually has to be to get rid of Tendulkar. Nash celebrates. New Zealand are ecstatic.
Nash removed Tendulkar.
Walks out of World Cup '99.